Hello, what's up everyone? Welcome to Legendary Tactics, and I'm Vendetta. So, I made a brand new avatar, and he's called Legendary Tactica because I didn't just want to be using Captain Cabinet all the time because he's about a 5-star silver, so you're gonna have some pretty sweet kind of troop units. But I didn't really want to, it just wasn't representative. If you're just starting off, I think this would be a good thing for you. So, today we're just gonna look through some basic stuff. Really, we're going to actually begin to get into live battles and live comms now. But just remember that we're not expecting to win all of our matches to begin with because we're not even a star general yet, so we won't have any good units apart from kind of heroes. So I mean, bowl these guys. But I'm just going to go through some tactics which might be able to help you if you're just starting off, and I hope you do enjoy. So let's go into our first battle. So for some reason I went for the bow kind of dojo. I'm not sure why, because I probably is she going to university as well? Bitches are following me everywhere. What can I say? Anyway, so I'd probably say start at the Katana dojo, whatever. But really, there's not much of a preference. It doesn't really matter where you start. I mean, definitely. I mean, you can't really look to where you want to start, and if you're watching this, and you've probably already chosen. So let's go into the battle. So I want to select allow mixed avatars off because otherwise I'll get raped, to put it bluntly. Really, what we're going to be looking at is just sort of in-game etiquette. So I'm just going to do one. No, I don't know. We'll see how we do. I might do two, but I'll probably only do one. We just want to kind of go through the etiquette of the game. So, how do you approach players? How do you play them? And all that kind of stuff. So, to begin, we say, okay, hey, and he has now started straight off. So that's not good. Never do that. I'm teaching you how you should conduct yourself. Always say hey or hello or hi or something stupid. But okay, so he started straight from the off. He's 3 stars higher than us. What does it say about his general? You have to look at this. He's a journeyman bowman. Okay, so we can suggest he won't really be bringing too many heavy kind of sword units or any melee units. So let's start stacking up on Yariash. Then we can start going for our sword units, our anti-infantry. And really, we don't quite need to go for bow units at this point in time because we can spend that more wisely on something like a Turkos or a Hanzo Shadow, for example. But we want to have a good base. So what should we go for next? I'd probably say go for the monk unit. Hero monk units, I'm not entirely sure. We go for bulletproof samurai, but we're gonna have to hurry up. So I'll just select these guys, and that's what we'll bring. Haven't got a retainer because we haven't had time because unfortunately he has decided to start automatically. I really do detest it when people do that because I could have spent that money a little bit more wisely and I was hurried into buying something which perhaps I didn't want. So as a kind of basic etiquette and a kind of basic good sportsmanship, I always try and promote people to say hello or good luck, have fun, GG, well played. So always try and be very, very polite because that's definitely something which gets on my nerves personally as a gamer. I do love it when people have just got some nice basic manners. Uh, probably doing all these kind of commentaries and everything, Brutus is probably watching. He's thinking, "You're a twat. You're never normally like this." Because when I do these commentaries, I'm very formal, but whenever I'm with Brute, I'm such a dick. I'm not gonna lie. So immediately, what we're going to select our army, and we're just going to click it anywhere. This just ensures that we've got a nice playing field to set up our army. And what we're going to do is we're going to select the spear infantry first. Note how I don't use all my spear infantry because I want one spear unit to guard the back. Now we look at the topography of the land and we think to ourselves, where am I going to place my units? We want to be going for key buildings. So what are the most valuable key buildings? How hard is it to get there? Any obstacles in my way? Is it going to be defendable when I get there? What benefits is it going to give me? To my troops. So immediately we look at the farmhouse. It gives you increased stamina, movement speed, whatnot. No, we don't want that. Compared to something like the morale shrine, I have a kind of category or a list of what key buildings are good. This one's at the bottom. Farmhouse, I don't like it. Just unless you're kind of playing against Fall of the Samurai, then really you never really want to be going for this one. But morale shrine is, in my opinion, the best kind of building in the game because it gives you, I think it's plus 3 or 4 morale, and really it can mean the make or break of any army. So what we're going to do is that we're going to set our troops up here, so in front of the morale shrine to make sure we can get over there as quickly as possible. I'll put them into a fairly dense formation so that if they do charge me head on, then they can't obviously just plough through all my Yariash. Let's take them back out. And what we'll do, we'll put all of our sword and all our anti-infantry units behind them. So that way, that we're all protected and guarded from any cavalry attacks from the front, and all is well and swell. Next, we will place the final Yariash, which I didn't use. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this guy at the back. So, look at... Hey, sorry for getting used to... Oh, no problem, man. You know, just, again, kind of enforcing that politeness. And I'll put my general just here. I put Benkai's blades just there. Now, the reason I put them there is because, you know, we're fairly close to the edge of the map, so any cavalry attacks from this side isn't really going to be something that he'll be doing. They'll all be coming from this side because they've got more room to operate, so that's normally where I decide where to put them, and these guys can move between whatever's threatened. So we'll go into the match, we'll click yep, and we're going to dart straight across. I'll say good luck, have fun, and I'll also tell him, hey, I'm doing a tutorial video. Lucky you. So, I mean, again, we're not expecting to win this. He has got some light cav units. This is another thing you want to be doing. You want to assess your enemy. The reason I didn't bring any bow units is because I assume that he'll just be going for a straight-on rush. Now, looking at his army, we could win this, but really we're going to have to act fast, and we cannot let him get the skirmishing advantage. If the other player's got skirmishing ability, or you know, they've got the skirmishing power in a match, you always want to you can just rush them basically. So what we're going to do is that we're just going to charge up all of our units. We'll put them into loose formation because obviously his let's put them all there, because you know obviously all of his troops are kind of whoops, yeah, he's got some skirmishing troops which will be able to rip into us. You always put on your loose formation. I play a lot of players who never put their loose formation on, and that is a very bad move. So you'll notice that I'm only selecting 2 Yari Ashigaru to move up first. This is primarily because I want them to take all the hits so that my anti-infantry units don't take any at all. Now I'll also keep behind 2 further Yari Ashigaru units because I want to be protected from mounted Naginata. So these guys are going to commence their firing. We're going to charge in those units. Make sure we try and pin down this skirmishing force. Make sure they can't get any shots off. I want to pull my general over. I'll try and get him around there. You guys can continue charging. You continue charging. And basically we just want these guys to, you know, hold in tight formation. Benkai's blades, you're at the back, that's not good. You guys need to go there. And immediately this is not looking good for us already. These guys for some reason aren't going to be doing anything. We need to pull Legendary Tactica up here so we can start rallying. And really it looks like he has got a good route going on me, but nonetheless we'll try and keep him from charging into any of our troops with all of this at Yariash, and we want to be modelling on what he can't do. So I'll try and take these over. Unfortunately I'm being blocked, so my guys are going to be routing, but again we're trying to block his force from getting anywhere, his kind of cav. No, we want to block those guys from getting any hammer and anvils. It looks like they're going to do a back charge, but it looks like I've just managed to plough through his army and take out the meat of all of his troops. Now the reason he hasn't done very well is because he hasn't got many sword units. Sword units are anti-infantry units, so you know, by charging up like this and playing a fairly offensive game, what he's done is that he's prevented time from using the skirmish units to their full capacity. Now what are these? These are Tokitaka Tangashimas. You know, those units are good units, but he only got about 1 or 2 volleys off. Routed one of the Yari Ashigaru meat shields, which is why, you know, that is a prime example why I used the meat shields to begin with. So I managed to go through and I managed to wreck his army nice and easily. I think I got the morale shrine, yep. And Benkai's blades are only just getting started, and I'm going to charge into his general. His general will get minced up, his light cav are going to get minced up by the Yari Ashigaru, and his sword attendants are again going to get mashed up by these sword Ashigaru because they have only got, you know, 8 morale compared to 9. Now what I do just want to point out as well is that sometimes people don't have this little box up in the corner. So you see the box underneath the mini-map? To do that you go here, battle interface, and then unit card info, you put it on always. Always have that. And I'll say GG to him. GG, well played, and I'll add him after the match so he can watch this video, just so you know, Red Branch, it's just so you can see where you went wrong. But really, it was a good game. Thank you very much for playing. So here we go. We're in the results screen, and this is how we did. So we've got good 214. We'll skip to the summary, and we've got some Lone Sword Ashigaru. You want to have Lone Sword Yari Ashigaru because they are an anti-infantry force, and especially seems that I'm kind of a way off getting any Katana Samurai. These guys are perfect. So I want to be having some of those guys. Let's just call them Lone Tactica. Oh, Tactica. My spelling is awful. Tactica. Anyway, so we've got those guys. We've unlocked some Yari. Personally, I don't use them very often. 2 clan tokens. It's all looking good. And let's go. Oh no, sorry. We need to look at the results. So we bought a fairly you know, roughly even armies, but really it was just down to his skirmishing power. He didn't quite use it to its full effectiveness, and as you can see there, the anti-infantry units of swords definitely worked. So these guys, 180, 170, 130, 100. So you can see already that these guys are anti-infantry and they are very, very good. If we look at Red Branch's army, he hasn't got any anti-infantry, and that's primarily the reason why he lost. And he couldn't quite use his cavalry to its full effectiveness, which just kind of made him lose in the end. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll do another one in a second.